All right, happy Monday, everybody. Glad you're with us here in the Hat Creek Interior Studios. We got a huge show for you this evening. So much stuff to get to. Super Bowl or Super Bowl, your favorite ads from the weekend. Tech basketball on the men's side gets right. The Lady Raiders have been right for a while. Daytona 500 week, where are my NASCAR friends? Good, bad, and ugly weekend recaps. Stuff you loved, hated, and everything in between. And then it's National Pizza Day, or as I call it, Monday. Power rank your pies tonight. From national to local, the best pizza. This is your night, pizza people. National Pizza Day. I think it should be every day. All right. So obviously, we got a lot of stuff to get to. Whatever's on your mind. Texas Tech softball, undefeated so far. 12 bombs so far? I think for the bomb squad. I think that's the number we're at. You guys jump in. We want to hear from you on the United Supermarkets chat line, the one supermarket that, you know, serves you in West Texas and the Metroplex, and then supports Texas Tech. And then there's another supermarket that, they're glad to take your money, send it right down to Austin, put it on a scoreboard there. You get the idea. In three, in two. Good evening, West Texans, all you good, fine, friendly folks out there who wish you were. I'm Ryan Hyatt, theraiderland.com, the website. You start your day every day there on the website. What do we do? Well, we give you the question of the day. We give you our thoughts on the happenings of the morning, and then we give you the Raiderland Hot Links brought to you by Jackson Brothers Meat Locker in Post, Texas. Nothing says love like meat. Valentine's? That's right. Get down there. They ship to you. Tell them we said thanks. Brought to you by South Plains College. The road to Raiderland runs through level land. Find out what they have to offer you and your family. Traditional, non-traditional college students, tremendous programs. Check out their website. Go to their Facebook page. And by Middleton and Son. That's right. Which has Middleton and Son, Farm and Ranch Appraisals, gold standard, best in the West, best in the business. If you're buying or selling a farm or ranch property around these parts, or New Mexico, or Colorado, or Oklahoma, you get the idea. You need to call Middleton and Son. Plus, they're really cool people. They made a lot of awesome things happen around here for, golly, darn near 100 years, it feels like. Thank you, Middleton and Son. So, that's the lay of the land tonight. You guys get on the United Supermarkets chat line. I don't know where you want to begin. Do we want to begin with the Super Bowl, which was a super bore, and we can ignore the game, which there wasn't much of a game, and we can go right to the commercials if you want to. I thought there were two companies that hit home runs. I thought everything else was pretty lame, although I will admit I did not see every single commercial, all right? But I've got my two commercials that I liked. We can talk about Texas Tech men's basketball getting right against West Virginia, but the biggest problem for this team going forward is still depth, depth, depth. Depth, depth, depth. Not Johnny Depp, but not enough dudes. I don't know how they can continue playing 7, kind of 8, Toppin 37, Anderson 40, guys playing 40 and 37 minutes. I don't know if that's sustainable. Is that the biggest challenge for Tech basketball right now with this team? You tell us. And then it's National Pizza Day. And seriously, if all you guys want to do is talk about pizza tonight, we can do that. You can power rank your pizzas, your favorite national pizzas, your favorite local pizzas. Tell us where you live, or the vicinity, not your actual address, although that would be kind of cool. Where you get your pizza. And then the good, bad, and ugly Monday, right? The things you like, the things you didn't like, the things that were so bad they were ugly, you had to look away from them. Softball, Texas Tech, good, great, better than expected. Bad? I don't know. You tell me. Ugly, Drake May, trying to play in a big game. His name is Lonnie. He was a showgirl. Shared on Facebook. Thank you. We appreciate that, Lonnie. I take back everything I said about a showgirl. Jeff gets in on Facebook. Oh, this would be a wonderful time. He sets me up perfectly early on. You guys can follow us and enjoy the show on multiple platforms and we hope you're doing it right now. I want you to share wherever you're watching with your friends. But on YouTube, we are like 3 away from 700 subscribers, which is great. I really want to get to 1,000 because it blows it up algorithm. But if you guys can get us to 700, that's great. Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland, YouTube, don't cost nothing. You can watch on Facebook, Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland, Twitter X at Ryan Hyatt Media. The Twitter X people are great on the replay. I don't know why they're a little slow getting in on the questions and comments. All you got to do is fire away on the United Supermarkets chat line. But yeah, YouTube people, you guys have been great here over the last 4 weeks, 5 weeks. Keep it rolling. Keep it happening. Jeff, the game was no more boring than all of Tech's games this season against quality opponents. See what he did there? See what he did there? Also, Sam Darnold is a Super Bowl champion. We live in a world where Sam Darnold is a Super Bowl champion, and we're all going to have to make adjustments on what that means in our lives. And I felt like into the third quarter, I was watching the Orange Bowl again last night, that you're watching a team in Seattle absolutely dominate New England, yet they're not scoring touchdowns. They're not blowing them out. And that into the third quarter, we're still a couple of chunk plays away. And after the streaker comes out, streaker, by the way, at that moment had more yardage total than the New England offense. And then 2 plays later, New England's in the end zone. If only there had been a streaker at the Orange Bowl, maybe Texas Tech could have scored against Oregon. I'm blaming Texas Tech fans for that. That of the great university I know, that I graduated from, of the wonderful people that I went to school with, not one elected in the third quarter to run down to the field, run around in your britches. That's on you. That's your fault. Sam Darnold's a Super Bowl champion. Sam Darnold, Trent Dilfer. Trent Dilfer meets Sam Darnold. Y'all have a good night. Old Texas Tech man, 91-44. So you're so smart saying no players will leave because of money. You're so wrong. Brewster is looking to follow Finch to USC. He might still stay. My point is players look at position coaches too. Okay, if he goes, he goes. Don't really give a crap. Turning Point USA halftime show was awesome. Screw the NFL halftime show. Couldn't get it on my TV. Couldn't get it to work. My wife had it on. I was watching Fox News during the halftime show to catch up on the Nancy Guthrie abduction story. By the way, do we have anything on that while we're live? Deadline's coming up right now, right? Nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to happen on the deadline tonight. Trace, subscribe to my main YT. Subscribe to my main YouTube and 3 burner accounts. Thank you very much for subscribing. We appreciate it. Jeff, that streaker gave up before the New England player clocked him. He didn't give up quick enough, though. All right, so Super Bowl best ads, Super Bowl game thoughts, Texas Tech basketball. Are you with me that I think the killer on this team is going to be depth? I can't see a team being better than a 4 seed, even out of this league, and then going deeper than the Sweet 16. You get to the Sweet 16, maybe you win, maybe you don't. Depth is the issue right now. And you're getting Bamboye back. He had 12 minutes the other day. Here's what's scary. West Virginia had 38. I think 38 points in the paint with Bamboye out there. Got issues on that. In National Pizza Day, power rank your favorite pies. Local, national, frozen, I don't care. Your favorite pizzas. Tell me where to get them. And then everybody who's on here tonight, Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland on our YouTube channel. on Facebook, both free. Twitter X at Ryan Hyatt Media, free. Uh, Subscribe to all of them. Share it. Let's go from here. Mike McDonald's success is going to make Shieldwood a ton of money when the NFL comes knocking in a couple of years. It was a day for defense, wasn't it? The the Sean McVays, right? The Cliff Kingsburys. We don't even know what Cliff Kingsbury's doing for a job in LA. But the day of the offensive guru may be down for a little while. In a trend league, it could be the Shield Woods. It could be the defensive guys. I love it. It's fine by me. Robert Delgado, best pizza is chicken parm. I have no idea. I have no idea where to get chicken parm pizza. I don't know who would make it. I don't even know that I would like it. If you can tell me, Robert, where you buy your and consume the chicken parm pizza, I'm with you. National Pizza Day. I thought every day was National Pizza Day. That's cool. You know. And I'm one of those people who's probably like, there's no really bad pizza. There's just varying degrees of good and great pizza. Lonnie's up in Amarillo. Apparently, best pizza in Amarillo is 575 Pizzeria. I get, quote, the Bender meat lovers. Love a good meat lovers pizza. Can't put too much meat on it. I enjoy that. 570, that's pretty good. Trace, Jets Pizza is pretty awesome down in Hornsland, but tough to top locals via 313 Detroit style. And what is it? Pint House Pizza. Okay, on the Detroit style pizza, I've just over the last year and a half, 2 years, become a fan of the Detroit style pizza, and you cannot get it in Lubbock. Nobody makes it. All you can do is go to, and I love Market Street United Supermarkets, and they carry a couple of national, chain type stuff that does a Detroit style, and it's not the same. And Detroit style pizza, just good. I don't even try to do the deep dish Chicago style anymore in town, frozen or otherwise. I guess if I could get Lou Malnati's shipped down on dry ice, we could do that. Meanwhile, I'm a thin crust guy. All right, so National Pizza Day. Power rank your top 5 pies. Who do you love? Who do you like? Who do you hate? Yeah, you know how to do who you hate. Yeah, what do you like? Jeff, men's hoops needs Lawan Watts to be more consistent. Yes, I love Watts' upside. Watts' downside, though, is poor decision making, bad shot selection, and just he gets within 5 feet of the basket and he looks like me. Totally freaked out. How did I get here? Why am I down here? And what am I going to do with the basketball? Am I going to lay it up? Am I going to dunk it? The dunk portion never crossed my mind. Am I going to get blocked? Do I need to pass out? God bless his heart. Watts just within 5 feet of the hoop is a detriment. Now, out on the perimeter, out on the wings, I think he does some great things. So when we look at this Texas Tech men's team, by the way, the Lady Raiders surging, big win against Houston. Look at this men's team right now. I still go back to the depth. I don't know how you maybe you can go deep in the tournament with a 7-man rotation. Dan jumps in on YouTube. Via 313 Pizza, Detroit style, on me here in Austin next time you're in town. If I'm in Austin, something's going wrong, obviously, but I'm calling. Got them toasty little crunchy side things. It's like the opposite of brownies. You want the edges on the Detroit style. Worst pizza ever had to be Pistol Pete's Pizza. Craig Weir, South Plains native. Pistol Pete's. I remember Fat guy doing the ad for Pistol Pete's. I don't think I ever had it. I honestly don't think I ever had it. Now, for the OGs back in the mid 80s, early mid 80s in Lubbock, if you can remember Pizza Express, that was great stuff. So, where are we today? What are the best pizzas in Lubbock? We got Dario's out there, Perry's, Domino's, Pizza Hut. You get the idea. Papa John's. National ones, local ones. What are the best local ones? By the way, the Reserve Culinary Tavern does a really fine pizza. They're at 103rd and Quaker. Yeah, are they a sponsor? 100%. 100%. They're a sponsor. Do they make great pizza? Yes, yes, they do. Jeff got a Pizza Hut thin crust pepperoni for Pizza Day. It's always my favorite. Giordano's in Chicago for the best deep dish. You got Lou Malnati, you got Giordano's. Giordano's will ship. I don't know if Malnati's will ship to you, but I know Giordano's for about $120 will ship you a large pizza overnight. Detroit style pizza. Allegedly, Little Caesars is going to start making it. Use caution. I agree. Sam Darnold went from flop to success. Congrats. The only ghost he was seeing last night, the ghost of Vincent Lombardi. Great job, Sam Darnold. We live in a world where he is the Super Bowl champion quarterback. Craig, best pizza I've ever had was a pepperoni and fresh basil at Epcot Center in Orlando, Florida, and it only cost you $72. Good job, Craig. You know, the national chains and everything, I'm still a Domino's guy. I haven't had Pizza Hut in so long, I don't even know how to categorize it. Papa John's, and then what else is there out there? You know? Then we get into some really good stuff. In Lubbock, Perry's Pizza, I've had that a few times. I think they do a nice pie. We already mentioned the Reserve. They do a great job on theirs. I love their crust. A little crusty, you know, good stuff. Seattle first team to go through an entire playoff with 0 turnovers. That seems good. Craig was worth every penny talking about the $72 pizza he had at Epcot Center in Orlando, Florida. You know, the frozen pizzas aren't so bad. Really? Totino's, if you know what you're doing. When I was a younger man, in my younger days, single, and you're sitting there, it's kind of late at night, you really don't have any responsibilities, and, you know, doesn't really matter what's going to happen. So you got 2 Totino's pizza, two Totino's pepperoni pizzas. And you get this idea. I wonder what would happen if we did this. Let's take 1 Totino's pizza, right? And then we got a little ground beef, you know, a little hamburger meat. We kind of brown that up a little bit. We put that on top of the Totino's pizza. And then you got a little mac and cheese left over. Because you got mac and cheese lying around when you're a single guy and nobody's paying attention. And you're living in an apartment complex and life is good. So you're like, I wonder what happens if we put the macaroni and cheese on top of that. Then you look at that other Totino's pizza that's just sitting there. Well, it would be wrong to not utilize it. So you take the other Totino's pizza and you put it pizza face down. So you got crust up, crust down, macaroni and cheese, and ground beef in between the 2 Totino's pepperonis. Insert into oven. Now, the key here is not falling asleep. This is the best advice I can give you here. Do not fall asleep during any proceedings of this. And after 17 to 39 minutes, you bring that out. It's glorious. National Pizza Day. Good, bad, and ugly. The things you loved, the things you did not like, the things that you had to turn away from. You tell us tonight. And it's Daytona 500 a week. I'm trying to get excited about NASCAR. I'm doing the best I can. All right. I want to care. I'm trying to care. We're going to get there. Super Bowl ads, and anything else on your mind. Jeff jumps in on the United Supermarket chat line. Softball having two number one pitchers is just devastating. Beating the Aggies in anything is always a good day. Softball gets the good. Softball gets the great. Softball is better than last year, and they were a game away, 3 innings away from a national championship. The thing that's going to kill teams this year, particularly these early season, not tournaments, but kind of round robin type deals, like they're going to go out to Tallahassee and play Florida State, number 5 in the country, number 1 versus number 5, noon Thursday in Tallahassee, is that Texas Tech is so deep on the pitching that by the time they're playing their 3rd, 4th, 5th game in 3 or 4 days, nobody else has anything left. And Tech is going to shut them down and run rule them. It's ridiculous how good this team is right now. And that's the good, that's the great probably on this thing. All right, Super Bowl. Did anybody really enjoy the game? I think we tolerated the game. I sat there and tried to tell myself this game is really high-level defense being played by Seattle. But then I'm listening to Tirico and Collinsworth, and they're trying to make me think it's the 1985 Bears or the no-name defense of the Miami Dolphins in 1972 or Doomsday 1 or Doomsday 2. Like, no, this Drake May kid looks more scared than my son if he were playing in the Super Bowl. They're basically the same age. That's a scary thought. It wasn't a good game. It was a Super Bowl. So we have to go to the ads and say, all right, what entertained us? What did we do? What did we like out of the ads? All right, number 1 on the ads. Budweiser, you didn't overthink it. It certainly wasn't a Bud Light ad from a few years ago. And you didn't have a homosexual sitting there in a bathing suit trying to sell you Bud Light. No. You had the Clydesdale. You had the Bald Eagle. And you had Leonard Skinner. Good job, Budweiser. Finally figured it out. Nicely done. I think the next 2 best ads were Dunkin Donuts. The Dunkin Donuts ads going back to the 90s, realizing exactly who your target demo is and who you can relate to on Super Bowl Sunday. Hi there. That's me. So you got all the Dunkin Donuts ad, where it's Goodwill Dunkin'. Great ad, funny. AI used, absolutely. How you doing? And all the sitcom stars, and then Jennifer Aniston strolls up. By the way, lost in the Goodwill Dunkin' is the little picture that I can't remember who shows it to him and says, "Isn't this your girlfriend?" And it's that 1987 like family picture or class picture you get where it had the little gold embossing on the left side of it that said like Olin Mills 87 or something. That was classic. Then there was the Tiffany Amber Thiessen Dunn deal where she's reading for the part. That was good too. I don't know how y'all felt about the there were 2 others. The Jurassic Park one was well done, but I was like, I don't even know what it was for. I could not tell you right now what that ad was about, what it was for, but it was like, oh, we have all this technology. And that's the problem with the ad agencies. They'll charge them $30 million to make an ad. And at the end of the day, you have no idea what the freaking ad was about. And that was the Jurassic Park thing. I don't know what they wanted me to buy. It's cool, I guess. By the way, I never saw Jurassic Park in the theater, or I've never seen it in its entirety. And then finally, Boss Tools, Guy Fieri, good job. Great job. So good on the AI and the makeup and everything. And he did, Guy Fieri did, wear a wig and do all the stuff. And and get into character on that stuff. I thought that was really good. But do I got to get a tattoo if I buy power tools? I don't know if I want to. Yeah. All right. We got a few minutes left. Super Bowl best ads. Take basketball. Your thoughts. Do you agree or disagree that depth is the biggest issue for this team going forward? Not talent. Talented team can play depth. National Pizza Day. Give me your best pizzas. Let's see what we got here on the United Supermarkets chat line. Trace had to turn away from Doggy Style and Puerto Rico being flashed on the Jumbotron during halftime. Wait until they translate the lyrics. Si, senor. Está bien. If I said some of the things that he was saying on a FCC regulated radio station, not good. Jeff, the OG12 quite enjoyed it. This OG12 quite enjoyed it. Thank you. I'm not sure what that's for, but I'm going to agree. Michael, I like the Super Bowl this year, except I would have liked a better team play Seattle. Super Bowl was 2 weeks ago. Seattle and San Francisco. Three best teams in the NFL, by the way, were probably in the NFL West this year when you throw in the Rams. Much like in years past in the 90s and the early 2000s, the three best teams every year were the NFC East with the Cowboys, the Redskins, and the Giants. Then it shifted a little bit over the years, but yeah, I don't know that New England was the fourth best team, and you can't tell me that it was anybody else in the AFC. Down here in the AFC, the ads halftime show in Seattle, good, just not the Patriots. Let's see. What is this? Shut up. Okay, I'll look into that. Hi, and what are you doing? I'm doing exactly what you're doing. Thank you. Trace, rando advertising about shoe lifts took me off guard. Well, thank you. I appreciate you loving the stash. They're gaming with Tyler, loving the stash. We love you, Tyler. We don't even know you. It's awesome. And the robots and everything start to kick in at the end of the broadcast. David Collier, where are you, man? You're missing out on all the robots and everything kicking in. Final thought: Super Bowl, Super Bowl ads. Budweiser, Freebird, best ad. Dunkin, Goodwill Dunkin, second best. Tiffan, Guy Fieri after that. Whatever. Depth a problem, but Texas Tech has got time maybe to get Bamboy and Mosley going. That would help. Got Colorado on Wednesday. Daytona 500 coming up this week. We will speak more of the NASCAR this week. And I know there are many of you like me that sit here today going, I want to love NASCAR. I want NASCAR to come back to me. Did you see the promo? The hell yeah promo. Speaking of Leonard Skinner, by the way, using the guitar solo from Freebird in that promo over the weekend for Fox Sports. Now, we don't ever have to stop talking about pizza. I will ask you to do a couple of things for us tonight. What could you do for us tonight before we get out of here? Well, you can take our feed and you can share it with people on your social media outlets, whether it's Facebook, Twitter X at Ryan Hyatt Media, or Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland on YouTube and Facebook. Hey, you can share that. We're going to have it posted on our website, theraiderland.com. The best thing you can do is the power of five. If five of you people who actually enjoy this broadcast and kind of think it's cool, go to our great sponsors like South Plains College, Middleton and Son Farm and Ranch Appraisal, United Supermarkets in West Texas, and Hat Creek Interiors as we emanate forth and come to you from the Hat Creek Studios. If five of you people just do that every night, huge. Let them know you're out there. Tag me when you do it so I can recognize you on the broadcast tomorrow and say, hey, look at these great people, the great denizens of Raiderland. Tomorrow, Tuesday's best on the website in the morning, theraiderland.com. We'll celebrate greatness on Tuesday. All right, we'll clean up the last comments before we get out of here tonight on National Pizza Day. I didn't know it had a day. Apparently it does, and we're all fired up about it. Robert made homemade barbecue chicken. Didn't have any chicken. What? Made homemade barbecue chicken. Didn't have any chicken, but didn't miss it. The peppers, sauce, and cheese still carried the day. Huh. By the way, Double Dave's on 19th is still operational and fantastic. Double Dave's, pizza average, pepperoni rolls, great. Pizza would not be in my top 10. And Godzilla says, "Eee." I don't know how we beat that on the end or on a comment. I truly don't, but that's impressive. You know, it's hard to beat that. Kansas and Arizona, big Monday. Peterson versus a team. Self 38-0, big Monday. Kansas has never beaten a number one ranked team in Allen Fieldhouse. Ever. I really want to see Arizona roll in there and win. You know? Really want to see Arizona roll in there and win. But until you do it, you ain't done it. Arizona's a better team. But until you do it, you ain't done it. Shout out Double Dave's Pizza Rolls. The best. They're so good. All right, you guys are the best. We appreciate it. You guys know what to do. Power of 5. Go thank our sponsors tonight. Easy to do. They're on their Facebook pages and social media pages. We're going to archive this, put it on the website, theraiderland.com. Looking forward to a big show tomorrow. I can't take Arizona. I'll take Kansas plus. No, I can't do that. I'm not going to take plus money. Stay away game. Just enjoy some pizza tonight. How about that, kids? We'll see you tomorrow. theraiderland.com.